What it do? You too. Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about birthright citizenship. I want to finish off on a series that I left off on. I ain't gonna lie, I was high as hell. I can't even remember. I can, but I just smoked a little bit of weed, so it kind of gave me temporary um, mind fog. So basically, it's like when you smoke a joint and you can't remember where you put the TV remote. The whole time you put it under the pillow, you just forgot. Basically, same thing. All right, so look, check this shit out, right? So the last episode I did of Birthright Citizenship, I'm not sure if it was part three or part four. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm gonna finish off where I left off at. I remember that part. So I was talking about the Constitution camps. You see my shirt, right? You know what I'm saying? And the Constitution camps will be for people who are illegal immigrants or even legal immigrants that came to this country, the United States of America, to cause trouble, to pull off insurance fraud scandals, to join terroristic cults and kill American citizens and poison American citizens with the same thing, you know, with fentanyl and all these other different drugs. And the reason why they're doing this, and also espionage, is a doppelganger plot because that's what espionage is. A doppelganger is basically a lookalike, a duplicate, a clone, a decoy. You see what I'm saying? A replacement. You know, like that Disney Channel cartoon, the replacements. Go do your homework on that. Anyway, so if you pay attention to what that is, so basically what's happening is these people who are coming from different countries, but it's Mexico, China, Vietnam, you know what I'm saying, Ecuador, El Salvador, Africa, you know what I'm saying, Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, wherever these people are coming from, and they come here to basically disrespect us, like American citizens, disrespect our culture, disrespect our way of life, and try to destroy the land and kill people in the process. Those people have to be dealt with. And the reason why they're doing this is because they're getting help from a lot of corrupt American citizens that don't really have too much to live for. They don't got too much going on with their life. These people come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, just to let you know. You know what I'm saying? And they helping these immigrants come over here to commit treason and sedition. That's what they're doing. So these constitution camps will be for anyone, whether they're a U.S. citizen or not. If you're committing sedition, which is a crime punishable by death, if you're committing treason, which is a crime punishable by death, you should be put in these constitution camps. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to state that. Now, on the other end, let me state the other part of it. I have nothing against immigrants. You have a lot of immigrants that always come to this country that came here to do the right thing. They came here to actually get away from those type of people, to actually start their own business, which is being self-employed, you know what I'm saying, or even go work for somebody else, you know what I'm saying, whether it's in retail, whether it's in hospitality, whatever the case may be. They came here to actually do the hard work and actually do the right thing. It's a big difference. Most of the people that's coming over here, they came over here during the Biden and Kamala Harris administration because that's why they had the open border policies so they could keep running scams, PPP loan scams, and all this shit. And that's why COVID-19 happened. COVID-19 was nothing but a modern day AIDS epidemic. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why all this stuff happened simultaneously is because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, which Joe Biden used to be the director of the CIA, Hunter Biden, and one of the directors of the CIA, just to let that be known. And when they basically used Kamala Harris to tap into the Indian or India side of things, because she's from California, there's a lot of these sing bastards that's in California, and those core bastards, they all a part of the same organization. They keep changing their name, lying, saying they Chumash, saying they Cherokee, which they not. They are from South Asia somewhere, which is India, Pakistan, and all that type of shit like that. And like I said, everybody in those countries are not bad, but it's more bad apples than it is good apples. You see what I'm saying? And it's a lot of motherfuckers from Mexico and Central America and South America that's over here too, that's committing espionage. And like I said, what is one thing that all these people have in common with each other? They not from America. They don't have birthright citizenship. They hate America. They hate Americans. So they came over here to destroy America and destroy every American that they come in contact with. So even though you are a corrupt American citizen and you helping these people for what is for the little chump change that they giving you, which like I said, these people come from a whole different country somewhere. They money shouldn't even their money shouldn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing you say should even matter because you're not even from this land. You came from a whole different country to try to just kill us off and destroy our country and try to get us to kill each other off in the process. So when the government do give out reparations and stuff like that, because birthright citizenship is another form of reparations. And I already said this before. Yes, reparations should be for the so-called descendants of slaves and all that shit. But instead of just doing that, reparations should be included for humanity. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, birthright citizenship, it is for indigenous Americans, but it's not only for indigenous Americans. It works in a favor for U.S. citizens. So basically, if your family, like say for example, my family, they was born in Chicago, right? My mom and my dad, they was born in America. They was born in Chicago. Well, my mom was actually born in Oakland, California, but she moved to Chicago later on in life. But my family was born in America. My grandmother, my grandfather was born in America. They mom and they dad was born in America, so on and so forth. So I have birthright citizenship. You see what I'm saying? So let's say you an immigrant, right? Or not even an immigrant, you a migrant. Your family came to America from Japan or some shit. Your family came from America to Japan, some shit, 1920s, and you know y'all family been in America since then. Technically, you will have birthright citizenship because your family been here since 1920. They didn't pass the birthright citizenship law until like a couple weeks ago, which it went into full effect immediately, which changed the law overnight. And so if you, it don't matter what your skin color is, your sexual orientation, none of that shit. If you Japanese, a Japanese American, you a Mexican American, a Chicano, a Chicana, like I said before, I knew how many people I know from Chicago that's Mexican of Mexican descent, but they don't speak no lick of Spanish. They barely even know anybody in Mexico. So yeah, they Mexican, but they've been Americanized because they've been in America all their life, so they would have birthright citizenship. You don't get it? You see what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the people who do not have birthright citizenship. They come into this country because whatever the case may be, is mainly to basically cause trouble, as you can obviously see. Those are the people that should be dealt with. And the reason why all this stuff is happening, because like I was saying, when the Birthright Citizenship Act went into effect a couple weeks ago, that changed the law in America overnight. So all U.S. citizens, especially indigenous Americans, because that's really who it's for. But when you think about it, it works for U.S. citizens as well. But if you a U.S. citizen that's working with these terrorist organizations, it doesn't work for you because you already committed sedition. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, like I was saying, this is for the U.S. citizens that actually care about America and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is this is why these people are coming over here doing these espionage plots. And Metro, the transportation company, they play a big role in this. They are basically a company being used as a laundering front because they are a transportation company. So they got the capital. I got to go look up and see how much the Metro transportation company is worth. It got to be worth either from somewhere to 100 million to $1 billion. So think about it. They got the capital to pay for people plane tickets that's coming from India and Mexico and all that. We're gonna give them a job and all that. The whole time you driving the bus, the whole time you're gonna be selling drugs and set motherfuckers up because who the only other people besides the mayor and law enforcement and firefighters and all that who got access to the city? Transportation. They got all the routes and all the coordinates to the city. You see what I'm saying? So they hiring all these immigrants and shit to do the work. knowing they ain't got their birthright citizenship or none of that shit. They ain't got their papers or nothing. They just coming over here, probably working with the Sinaloa cartel, which is a terrorist organization, and they all teaming up with these same bastards, the Sinaloa cartel, the Viet Cong, ISIS, Al Qaeda, all these motherfuckers coming over here to try to kill off American citizens. So when they do roll out shit like reparations, and like I said, birthright citizenship is another form of reparations. It just includes American citizens. You know what I'm saying? And then when Gavin Newsom and other mayors around America start to roll out reparations, all the U.S. citizens will be damn near killed off, and all these immigrant bastards who are part of these terrorist organizations, they gonna be like, shit. They just like lookalikes. They doppelgangers. They just so happen to be here when reparations and shit get unrolled out. Where all the American citizens at? Oh, they all died off, and we don't know where they at. We the only motherfuckers here, so I guess you got to give reparations to us. You don't get what's going on. They're trying to kill off all the U.S. citizens, so when they do start to give back to the people, and look, here comes some of these people right here that's a part of that terrorist organization. They keep following me around and shit. All of a sudden, I'm walking to the train station. Now you follow me around. Now you got to do some work at the train station. Pay attention to what's going on, man. These motherfuckers keep trying to kill me because I'm the next governor that's coming up. You see what I'm saying? Spencer Pratt was supposed to be in this go round. I was supposed to be after Spencer Pratt. I'm 31 years old. You cannot run for governor or president of the United States until you're 35 years old. You see what I'm saying? So pay attention to what's going on. But anyway, like I was saying, all these people, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to kill off all the Americans so they can reap the benefits of our way of life. Because America, Australia, and the United Kingdom, them the three I can think of off the top of my head. Those are first world countries. First world countries, meaning that we are rich countries. All them other countries are third world countries. No disrespect to them. You got good people coming out of each one of them, but you got way more bad people that's coming out of that, and they bringing the activity to America. You see what I'm saying? That's why things are starting to change in Simi. All of a sudden, Simi was a good town, a hippie type of town, and all of a sudden, you got deaf coats running around, even though they already kind of been running around since the 40s and the 50s. But they changed the whole aspect of what these deaf coats is. Now they going around injecting each other with HIV for some money because they working with a terrorist organization called Al Qaeda, and Al Qaeda is literally operating out the Simi Valley Public Library, and it's crazy because they using all this shit as a front. That's why they funneling all these immigrants in over here. That's why they wanted to do the open border policies and all that shit. So, for example, when you go to certain areas and shit for people they want to target and shit, you just so happen to go to a certain area and there's people already there harassing you in the store. You know what I'm saying? At the train station, at the bus station, in the library. This motherfucker just already there harassing you. Come on, man. That's gang stalking. That's organized harassment. You see what I'm saying? So you got to really pay attention to what's going on. And another thing I want to state on this: be careful with donating plasma and donating blood, because I used to donate plasma and shit like that. But I had to stop doing that shit because there's so much scar tissue that built up in my arm that they can't even get no fucking plasma out. You see what I'm saying? And that shit, it actually fucks up your body because let's say if something do happen, you so happen to get, shot or something, or you so happen to get ran over, you ain't gonna have no plasma like that to help heal and cover up the wounds, because that's what your plasma really do. It's like that backup substance that comes to help heal wounds and like create scars and scar tissue and shit like that. So they going around trying to find out what people's blood type is. So the people that they do target and shit, they could put them into some body brokering scam. That's the shit that's going on. But wake the damn up. More videos coming soon. Agents all around.